Hey guys, I'm Lou, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the first book that I DNFed in 2018. DNF stands for Did Not Finish, by the way. Now, I did a whole video on my DNFing system and the books that I DNFed in 2017, which I'll link up above and down below for you guys to go and check out. But the gist of that video is that I rarely DNF, and when I do, it's because the book is like not good. So I wanted to do a whole video on why I DNFed Unnatural Exposure by Patricia Cornwell. I'm going to be quite salty in this video and like spoilers if you're interested in reading this book, but I recommend that you stop being interested. Now this book is book number 8 in the Dr. K. Scarpetta series. This series is like a crime/medical series where it follows the same group of people but they investigate big serial or like serious murders. Yeah. And this book is book number 8. So I got through 7 books in the series. There's over 20 books in this series and I'm sort of wondering why. It's quite sad that I've given up on this series because I absolutely loved the first 5 books. I actually reread the first 4 books and that's really rare for me to do with crime books because I know who the killer is and yet I managed to reread the first 4 books. But from book 6 onwards the series goes drastically downhill. The crimes become less realistic and seem to be made for almost Hollywood. And with crime novels you don't usually need to hold your suspension of disbelief, but when I do have to hold it, it makes me enjoy the whole book a lot less, because it's meant to be partially real at least. The crime in this book is that there's a potential serial killer who is killed in Dublin, Ireland as well as Richmond, Virginia. Dr. K. Scarpetta is the chief medical examiner of Richmond and she's tasked with the latest victim who could potentially be a copycat killing. And then on the blurb of this book it says that the latest victim also has smallpox, which is like a deadly disease. I got to page 132 before I DNF'd this book, which is about 1/3 through. But in those 132 pages, nothing happened. Like the doctor found the body, was like, take it back to the lab, and that was about it. The first 100 pages was probably just the doctor dealing with her personal problems, and it wasn't that interesting because it was like relationship drama and I was just like, I don't really care. I want to know who killed the victim. She's also getting emails from the killer of crime scene pictures, and so she's a bit scared but not that scared, and it was just I'm probably explaining this really badly, but I just wasn't having it. There was nothing going on with the plot and the pacing was really slow, and from the 132 pages there was no mention of smallpox, so I know that it's going to be like a random tangent. And then when I decided to DNF this book, I flipped forward to see who the killer was and I was not impressed. Patricia Cornwell always tends to make the killer some random person in the story who has no significance, which upsets the whole like satisfaction of finding out who the killer is. So that made me glad that I didn't carry on for the other 200 pages. Now in terms of the characters, it's literally like the same mould, the same problems that the characters keep on experiencing. Dr. K. Scarpetta is not in a relationship but she wants to be, and she's worrying about her niece, and that's literally her character. And then you have the detective who's madly in love with the doctor but never admits it to her or himself. And then you have, it's just I was getting sick of it, and I have another 2 more books on this series, but it's sad knowing that I will never continue onwards because I've had enough, and like my arm is hurting and I can't be asked to pick it up now. It's sad because I would highly recommend the first book. The first book in the series, I think it's called Postmortem, is really good. I really enjoyed it, but like I wouldn't recommend like you continue on with the series. So I wouldn't recommend that book. I would recommend perhaps the first 2 books in the series. They were great. Just be aware that you may be disappointed in the future, like I was. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. I'm not sure I did because now I'm feeling really frustrated. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!